Hey, big beast, give me some food. I'm starving.
Cat, have you lost your mind? What kind of address is that? Have you forgotten that to get food, you need to be polite and not call your owner an animal?
I said everything correctly. People are the same animals as me and other living beings on Earth.
What's wrong with you today?
Nothing special. I analyzed some statistics and interesting facts about people. From this, I see that your behavior is animalistic and often intuitive, and it completely repeats the behavior of a mindless predator.
Why are you demonizing us? We humans are intelligent and civilized creatures, guardians of wild animals and the environment. We are humane and kind.
Did you confuse drain cleaner with lemonade again? What are you talking about? This is the biggest nonsense I've ever heard from you. Your speech not only lacks any truth, but it is also perfectly stupid. You speak in cliches invented by you for your own self-admiration.
What didn't you like about my phrases? Do you disagree that we are intelligent?
We'll get to intelligence. Let's figure out what you are. Humans. What are humans? How do you differ from other living organisms? Do you consider yourselves more developed creatures than animals?
Of course, humans are much more developed. We have society, science, and humanism.
Let's see what your scientists say. Any development is the efficiency of the built-in computer, namely the brain. Scientists use the so-called encephalization quotient to assess brain efficiency. This formula takes into account, among other things, the ratio of brain mass to body mass. Here are the encephalization quotient values. Humans, 7 to 8. Dolphins, bottlenose, 4 to 5. Chimpanzees, 2 to 2.5. Gorillas, 1.5 to 2. Elephants, sperm whales, and African gray parrots, 1.5 to 2. So you call yourselves Homo sapiens, wise man. How about the name man, 3 chimpanzees? Or man, 4 parrots? Don't be sad. I know that intelligence depends on other factors too. But tell me, why did you almost wipe out all your competitors by the encephalization quotient?
What do you mean by wiped out? On the contrary, we take maximum care of nature.
Let me describe the shocking numbers of your efforts. Currently, there are just over 8 billion people on Earth. If you tried to place them 1 meter apart, they would occupy the area of Brunei, or, to make it clearer, 1/5 of Belgium's area. So all the people on Earth can fit on a small piece of land. So why did you have to so thoroughly exterminate all the large mammals on the planet? Only a handful are left? Were you short of space or what?
We didn't exterminate anyone. On the contrary, we protect everyone, even dangerous species. We create reserves for them and admire them in zoos.
Which animals do you consider dangerous?
Well, lions, tigers, brown bears.
As of today, the global population of African lions is estimated at about 20 to 25,000 individuals. Lions kill about 100 to 200 people annually. The exact number can vary depending on the year and region. Most attacks occur in Africa, where people live in close proximity to lion territories. The population of wild tigers is estimated at less than 4,000 individuals. This figure includes all tiger subspecies, including Bengal, Indo-Chinese, Malayan, Sumatran, Siberian Amur, and South China tigers. Tigers kill about 150 people annually. Bears have been a bit luckier. The global population of brown bears, Ursus arctos, is estimated at about 200,000 individuals worldwide. Brown bears inhabit many regions of North America, Europe, and Asia, including countries such as Russia, Canada, the United States, especially Alaska, Sweden, Finland, and others. Brown bears kill about 5 people annually worldwide. Brown bear attacks on people are rare and usually associated with unexpected encounters, protection of cubs, or competition for food. Do you think there were always so few of these animals? Why did you exterminate their populations? Because of competition for food? Or were you afraid of their claws? Or did they crap in your slippers?
They were exterminated centuries ago, back when we weren't as developed as we are now. And yes, they were dangerous animals.
So you have achieved an understanding of the need for harmony with nature in 100 years. Wonderful. Do you know that humans kill about 500,000 of their own kind every year? Compare that to lions and tigers. You are the most dangerous enemies to yourselves. Only mosquitoes are bigger killers than humans. Mosquitoes kill about 750,000 people annually, but now it's not about them. Despite these facts, you consider animals that kill 100 people a year dangerous. Now think about the level of danger your species poses to the domesticated animals. You just eat them. Currently, about 50 billion chickens, 1.5 billion pigs, 500 million sheep, 300 million cows, and 245 million turkeys are slaughtered annually worldwide. How do you like the scale?
Well, we have to eat something.
Well, it's clear that you have to. But don't talk about humaneness towards other species. According to these facts, humans are the most terrifying predators on the planet. They kill both animals and plants. Of course, a bit more fortunate are those species of life that you have made your toys. For example, there are about 25 million domestic hamsters in the world. The population of domestic cats is estimated at about 600 million individuals. This figure includes both domestic and stray cats. See how you love to be cuddled. And if they not only cuddle but also bring slippers, you like it even more. The population of domestic dogs in the world is estimated at about 900 million individuals. So, peeing in slippers costs cats a third of their population. You generously reward slavish attachment to you with the possibility of living.
Oh, stop demonizing us. Don't forget that we humans have something that animals don't. It is our spirituality.
It's great that you said that. Let's analyze. Indeed, 84% of people in the world are believers. We're not talking about a specific religion now, but about the general phenomenon. Okay, believers are believers, but explain to me what exactly you call spirituality.
Spirituality is a complex and multifaceted concept that pertains to a person's inner life, their search for meaning, values, and connection with something higher or transcendent. It can include religious beliefs, moral principles, philosophical reflections, or other forms of personal development and self-knowledge.
Very touching description. I even shed a tear from emotion. But why, regardless of religion, do people in temples do two things? First, glorify the deity or deities. Second, beg for some preferences for themselves or their loved ones. Don't you think that your spirituality has a very selfish scent?
I don't understand. Are you calling religious people selfish?
You really didn't understand. I'm not calling names. I'm leading you to understand that the main drivers of living beings on Earth are selfishness and laziness. So don't tell me that manifestations of selfishness, which you call spirituality, make an animal a human and elevate you above other beasts. It so happened that life on Earth without selfishness is simply impossible. Even plants are selfish, trying to capture their piece of sunlight, climbing over the corpses of competitors. And there's nothing to say about animals, they just do nothing without selfish intentions. But what can you do? That's how nature created all of us. Just please don't invent new names for selfishness like spirituality, just so as not to call yourself an animal. You are predators. And even if we don't take religion into account, notice this. You never wondered why the main themes of pride for your human groups are the victory over other such humans or the killing of other groups of people? Take a walk through any city and admire your monuments. The grandest monuments are created in honor of war battles. The brightest figures are military leaders, and all sorts of riffraff, like poets, artists, and scientists, are just decorations for parks. That is, it is immediately evident that aggression is your main feature, like any predator.
Why are you calling us animals again, Cat? We don't even look like them. Yes, we emerged from the animal kingdom, but became something higher. We even almost lost our hair in the process of evolution.
You are blind as kittens because the crown you put on yourself has just slipped over your eyes. Aha, they don't look alike. Nothing of the sort. Lost their hair. The fact that you have hairless faces proves nothing. A hairless red baboon's butt looks even more solid than your faces. But baboons don't push their butts into the throne of nature. But if it came to that, tell me, did you think that all living organisms on Earth have a common ancestor, a primordial living cell? Yes, yes, life began with a single cell, and I'm also your relative, although in terms of intellectual abilities, you are more like another relative of yours, a tree. I know I'll shock you now. Do you know that the genes of a living organism are instructions on how a living organism is built? And therefore, the similarity of genomes can be considered the similarity of organisms. So the genomes of humans and chimpanzees are similar by 98 and 0.8%.
What are you talking about? You see how different we are from monkeys. There should be much more differences. Just look at how visually different people of different races are.
I know you humans are staunch racists in your animal need to divide into clans, but the biggest difference between the genomes of people of different races is 0.1%. Don't forget this when you want to show your superiority over people with a different skin color or eye shape. And now I'll shock you even more. The similarity of the human DNA and cats is 90%. The similarity with mice is 85%. With dogs, 84%. With pigs, 80%. Don't believe it? For quite some time now and quite successfully, pig liver has been transplanted to humans, and it takes root. I won't even joke about it. Life itself has already joked.
You made this all up. You decided to confuse me.
Don't rush to faint. The human genome is 70% similar to the genome of the pilot fish. 60% matches the genome of a chicken, and 60% matches the genome of a fruit fly. You see, some of your religions are right. You are indeed like angels. Your close relatives have wings. Hee hee.
I don't believe you. This simply cannot be.
It's all because of the crown of the king of nature. Take off the crown, you animal. It's time for you to realize your animal nature. Maybe then you will start behaving like thinking beings and finally start living adequately.
We are thinking beings. We have language and science.
Chimpanzees also have language. By the way, very similar in structure to your language. Chimpanzees also often interrupt each other without listening to the end. And this is not my invention, but the conclusions of scientists. And chimpanzees also have science. For example, they choose a longer stick to get a banana from a tree.
Well, you compared a stick, a banana, and nuclear power plants.
You wanted to impress me with scale? Well, you didn't succeed. Because you know no more about the universe than the same monkeys. And the grandeur of scientific projects can be compared by the scale of the harm they can cause. When a stick in a chimpanzee breaks, the maximum harm will be that it falls and hits the monkey scientist on the head. And what will happen when your nuclear power plant breaks? A single accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant contaminated the land with radioactive materials as if 400 bombs, similar to the one that destroyed Hiroshima, exploded. And this is a single case. I won't even list what your science has done to the Earth in general.
Yes, we are not perfect, but there are also working factories and power plants that provide people with necessary things and energy.
Aha, and global warming. But let's see what you spend your necessary energy on. Well, Homo Drosophilus, spread your wings and listen. Mining, or Bitcoin extraction, consumes 160 terawatt hours of electricity per year. This is more than a country like Argentina consumes annually. In 2024, it is expected that the production and maintenance of Bitcoin will emit 130 million tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. This is roughly the same as the entire industry and transport of Greece emit. Each transaction or transfer of Bitcoins also consumes a crazy amount of energy. The daily need could satisfy the work of 240,000 households in the United States for 2 months. And all for what? to calculate some unnecessary sequence of numbers?
This is all part of our life.
What are you talking about? This is absolute nonsense. Zero rationality. Part of your life is absolutely invented, abstract things, which, nevertheless, devour huge parts of our common living space. It's like with your daily existence, which you like so much, but which you spend staring at lit screens with flickering colored dots. You found a way to extract energy and just waste it on making life on Earth impossible by heating the atmosphere. And if there was any sense in it, I don't know. Perhaps in this stupidity and irrationality is the humanity you are so proud of. If this is so, then in this you really outperform any other earthly creatures. So enough of these conversations. You are the same animal as me, and you don't pee in my slippers only because I don't have slippers. So shut your mouth and do the only civilized thing you are capable of. Give me some food. By the way, this also applies to viewers. The link to donate to my food is listed under the video. Yes, I perfectly understand that nature created all of us this way, but a little more critical view of your actions and the actions of society never hurts. This video only lightly touched on the mountain of absurdity that surrounds human life. Write what you think about all this. Like, subscribe to the channel, and start analyzing everything, finally.